Okay, so now straightforward. So this is, assume this is Avinash, okay? Okay, and this, assume he's 1 meter tall, 100 centimeters. Assume he's taller than that, we understand, but still, okay. Then assume Keshav is this. Well, he's taller than that, but we are assuming he is 60 centimeters. So now the question is, how taller is Avinash compared to Keshav?
Taller than 40 centimeter.
40 centimeter.
Right? 40 centimeter is the absolute value. But if I ask you, compared to Keshav, okay, if I ask you compared to Keshav, and if I ask you to tell it in percentage, how much taller is Avinash compared to Keshav in terms of percentage?
I am 40% less bigger than him.
Yeah, that is right. You are 40% less bigger than him. You are absolutely right. But how taller is Avinash compared to you?
Sir, 40% more.
Are you sure? Do everyone agree?
400 mm.
That is absolute value. I do agree. Absolute value, I do agree. I am asking in percentage, how taller is Avinash compared to Keshav? If we tell Avinash is X percentage more tall than Keshav, what will be that X?
That X is 100 centimeters divided by 100, that into 40 centimeters.
Okay. So he gave an answer. He told 40 by 100. Yes, okay. Others, do you have any answer? Don't get the exact value. Just see how do you do it. Or let us assume you get 80 marks in physics. This exam. The next exam you get 90 marks. How much more marks you got in terms of percentage? It's similar problem.
So is it based on Keshav's height or?
Yeah, that's what as compared to Keshav. Based on Keshav. Compared to Keshav, how taller is Avinash?
But how can we like compare it to Keshav's height?
Why? Police will catch. Ritish?
Like, yes, sir.
FIR will be filed. What is the problem? If you compare with
Because
Keshav?
Avinash and Keshav's height differs, and that in Avinash's height, 60 centimeter is there. His height is bigger than Keshav's height, so it is easier to compare. But
Yeah,
right,
forget about easy or difficult. These are simple problems. You should, we should know. If I make a statement, Avinash is X percentage taller than Keshav. What is that X percentage?
Sir, my height, if we are comparing on base of Keshav, you should subtract my height from his height.
Okay.
Then divided by 60. Keshav's base, because we are comparing on.
Exactly. See,
And
that
into
is
100%.
the, you see, that is the point. Okay. So you should always know when you calculate percentage, that is based on which you are measuring. Here we are asking compared to Keshav. Based on Keshav. Okay. Based on Keshav, what is Avinash's increase in size? So it is 100 minus 60 based on 60. That point is extremely important. I'll give you one more. I bring one more character. Okay. 20 centimeter. How taller is Keshav compared to Luca?
60 minus 20 by 20.
Yeah, so that is the point. Compared to whom? Okay, so if I put a figure for the first one, it is 100 minus 60 divided by 60. Then to get it in percent, you multiply by 100. And that value is 66.67. That means Keshav and Avinash, if you compare, Avinash is 66.67 more tall. 66.67% more tall or taller than Keshav. Okay? And if you take about the, between Luca and Keshav, you see what is the difference? He is 200% taller. But if you see the absolute value, both are 40 centimeter. 40 centimeter difference, 40 centimeter difference. Do you understand this? This is a very important concept in maths. This is a very important concept, that the absolute value is only one part of it. Yeah?
Sir, I got it.
Yeah. So for example, if you calculate the mass of proton, if it gets increased by 0.000001 gram, the absolute value will be minimal, but the world will collapse. Because in terms of percentage, compared to the mass of one electron, it could be some X percentage. Everyone, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I give you a flip of the problem. Take the pen and paper and calculate. How shorter is Keshav? Sorry, I wrote Adnan here. Changed Avinash into a different person. And how shorter is Luca compared to Keshav? Two problems for you. Quickly do it. So there are two problems. How shorter is Keshav compared to Adnan, and how shorter is Luca compared to Keshav? Absolute value, both are same, 40. We know it. 1.4%. Okay.
First question, 40%.
Okay. 1.4. First one is 40%. Yes. You are right. 100 minus 60 by 60 by 100. That's what Keshav told the first thing. Yeah. There is no minus. Okay. 40%. Okay. Second one. Okay. So almost all of you got very similar answer, looks like. Okay. Keshav, it is not compared to Luca, it is compared to Keshav. So the denominator won't be 20, okay? You're comparing with 60, not with 20. Right? If previous case we are comparing with that Luca's height, how taller compared to Luca. Now you are asking how shorter compared to Keshav. So you are the base now. So you have to always understand, whenever you calculate a value in percentage, you have to always understand which is the base. So in this case, this 60 is the base. Yeah? Okay. I get, okay. So this is the next question for you. So assume you are starting a new business. Okay? Okay. And you have made a new product. You want to sell that in the market. Your production cost is 2,000 rupees a piece. Okay. Right? So now at what price you will sell it? What will be your selling price? If you want to keep a profit margin of 20%. First of all,
Sir, there are so many equations, sir. I don't remember them all.
you don't have to remember any equation here. In the previous question, did you remember any equation?
No, sir.
Yeah, you don't have to remember any equations. Did I any time in any of the class ask you to remember any equation?
No, sir.
Even the area of circle, area of rectangle, everything we derived ourselves, right? So that even if you don't remember, you can just find out.
Sir, is it 2400?
2400 is 3 years answer, which is the normal mistake which everyone will do. That's how your business can go not in the expected line or not with the profit which you expect. Actually, if you go to a shopkeeper in your town, they will tell you this like this without learning all mathematics and all those things. So quickly, okay. So Avinash and Sriyesh, let us assume you are selling a product at 2,400 rupees. Okay, and your cost is 2,000 rupees. What profit margin you will make? What is profit margin in the first price? In the first place, what is profit margin?
The total amount with profit minus the production cost.
So let us assume you are doing a business of 1 lakh rupees per month. If you want to get 20% margin, how much should be your profit in 1 lakh?
20,000.
20,000 rupees, right? That means if you sell for 1 lakh, you should get 20,000 rupees as profit. Then only your company is making 20% margin. If you look at stock market value, if you look at the results of companies, they will tell, yes, TCS has made a profit of 15% out of a turnover of 10,000 crore. That means 1,500 crore is their profit. So profit is always on your selling price, right? So if your selling price is 2,400 rupees, if your production cost is 2,000 rupees, that means you are making an absolute margin of 400 rupees. What will be your margin profit in terms of percentage? See that 400 margin you make should be
4%.
how much?
4.
It is not 4 for sure.
40.
See, it is, you just think of it. It is, yeah, see, if you are calculating 400 with a base by considering 2,000 as the base, but 2,000 is your production cost. You will calculate margin based on your selling price. If a company tells we have made a turnover of 1 lakh rupees or 1 crore rupees, nobody is going to ask them what is your production cost. Selling price may how much margin. So in 1 lakh, if you want 20% margin, in 1 lakh is your selling price, your production cost should be 80,000 only. Then only you get 20,000 rupees as margin. Then only you make 20%. So this 400 rupees margin you get, is it 20% of 2,400? Yeah, so you calculated 20% of 2,000, which is the normal mistake everyone makes. So you won't make that much profit as you think. If I told you start a business tomorrow by thinking I have learned all the maths and everything, let me start a business, yeah. But the street side guys, they haven't learned mathematics and all, so they know this very well. How to calculate margins. It comes to them like this. So what are we telling? This is clear. Margin is the price at which you sell minus what is your production cost, which means after making one sale, one product if you sell, how much money you will have in your hand is called margin or profit. The word margin and profit are the same. So what is profit? You made something, it costed you 2000 rupees. You sell it at some price. So this 2000 rupees you have to give it where from you have got whatever expense. So remaining what money you will have in your hand after one sale is called your profit. Well, profit is, there are with other things in a simplified form, you understand this way. Right? That is called profit or margin. Is that clear? Right. Now what are we telling? This should be equal to 20% of selling price. It is like we are asking compared to Keshav, how taller is Avinash? So you are keeping the base as Keshav height. The next question we are asking, compared to Luca, how taller is Keshav? So you are keeping Luca as the base or denominator. Okay. The next question we ask, how shorter is Keshav compared to Adnan? So we are keeping Adnan as the base. So here we are asking 20% of selling price is what margin is. It is based on your selling price or turnover. Right? Okay. So now I am bringing this 20% to this side of the equation and 2000 to the other side of the equation. Okay. So what will happen? This will become like this. The selling price is here. This 20% I brought to this side, so it became minus. This minus 2000 I took to the other side, so that became plus. Is it not the meaning? What does this mean? If you take the price at which you sell, and if you take your profit, after that you should have 2000 rupees in your hand, so that you can give the production cost. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Agree. Okay. So what is selling price minus 20% selling price? 20% of selling price. Selling price, assume it is X.
X minus 20x by 100.
So what is that? It is 80% of
80x.
selling price. Is it not? This is 80% of selling because 20% you are removed. You had some price, that is 100% price. From that you are removing 20%. So you have 80%. Is it not? So now you have to understand this sentence is the straightforward meaning of the problem. Where you got it wrong is you took 20% of 2000. So you got it 20% of 2000 is 400. So you told, okay, we will sell it at 2400. It is not 20% of 2000. Okay, it is 20% of selling price. What is profit? So that means what? At whatever price you are selling, with 80% of that price, you should be able to set off all your production costs so that the 20% you can keep it back as a profit. Do you agree? Okay. So 80% is what? 80 by 100, right? So this is 80 by 100 of selling price. So that 80 by 100 I am taking it to the other side. So selling price is 80 by 100. When I take the other side, it will become 100 by 80. Is it not? This is 80 by 100 of selling price. 80 by 100, when you go to the other side of the equation, it will become reverse. It will become 100 by 80. You get it? So actually, if you want to sell a product, if you calculate this, you will get 2500. So if we sell something at 2500, what is its 20%?
500.
500 rupees. Okay. What is the 80%?
2000.
2000 rupees. So with 80%, you finish all your production cost, and 20% you can keep. Yeah. But if you sell it at 2,400 by telling that we get 95% mark in maths, so I will advise you in business. So if Sriyesh and Avinash goes and advise, the guy will not get 20% profit. End of the year, he will fight with you. Yeah. Right? Okay. So you know what we all do, the simple trick what businessmen do is, you know what? If you buy, if they buy a product from a dealer or a distributor, let us say at 650 rupees. If they want 30% margin, you know what they will do? They will do 650 calculator, like they will take the calculator, 650 divided by 0.7. Here you calculate 2000 divided by 0.8, you calculate. Just take the calculator or something, do 2000 divided by 0.8. Just calculate.
Yes, 2,500, sir.
Yeah.
Now I remember the equation.
You don't
50
remember
equals
any
to
equation.
AP, right?
I don't want you to remember any equation. You have to understand this concept. Don't remember any equation. Don't by heart any equation. Just understand that if you want a margin of 20% means that is 20% of selling price, which means 80% of selling price is equal to 2000. So 2000 by 80 into 100, that is as good as 2000 by 0.8. So 2000 by 0.8 is your selling price, which means what? Selling price into 0.8 or selling price is 80% is yours. So this is pure concept. Don't by heart it. Understand the concept. Fish and fishing. What we talked yesterday. Yes? Do all of you get this?
Yes, sir.
Others? I'm not hearing
sir.
from you.
Yes, sir.
All of you get this? Okay. So catch this homework for you. If you want to make a ground, sports ground, what is the best shape suited for it? Rectangular ground, square ground, circular ground, parallelogram ground. Triangular ground. What is the best suited shape? What is the criteria? Obviously, you want to give maximum space within a given area. Which shape can give you the maximum space in a given area? For that matter, all the grounds which you see normally, you see Euro Cup, Copa America or cricket tournament, what is the normal shape of the grounds?
Sometimes circle, sometimes rectangle.
Yeah, sometimes rectangle, sometimes circle. Yes, he's right. Okay, so we will get into that. We will see why, what is the best shape. Okay, so assume we made two grounds, one a rectangular one and another one a circular one. Okay, so I am asking this question to you: how bigger is circular ground compared to the square ground? How much bigger compared to the square ground? Obviously in terms of percentage. Assume this side is yes. First tell me, how can you calculate it? First think about it and tell what is the method to see know Which is bigger ground?
Find out the area.
Obviously, finding out the area of both. Okay, can you find out the area of the square ground from this information if side is yes?
Yes.
Can you find
Side
out the
square.
area of this of the circle from this information?
I
Can we
think
find
no,
a
but
diagonal?
Okay, you
Then
can
we
find
will
it.
get the diameter.
Exactly. The diagonal of this is the diameter, right? Area of the square is a square, all of you know this. Diagonal is the diameter of the circle. All agree?
okay.
What is the value of diagonal?
Pythagoras theorem.
Okay, calculate.
Root 2s.
Root 2, yes. Okay. Root. So you see it is straightforward. This d is square root of s square plus s square. So like what Kashav told, this square of this side plus square of this side is equal to square of this side. So d is square root of s square plus s square. So it is 2s square, right? So obviously this will become root 2 into s. All of you know this, right? Yeah. Okay. So what is the area of the circle then?
4 pi s square.
4 pi s square. Do all of you agree?
Pi s square.
Will
2
you
pi s
further?
square. No, 4. 2.
Okay. Will you further change or this is the final answer?
This is the final answer for me.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, 2s സ്ക്വയറുടെ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോ 2s മാത്രമല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ ആ സ്ക്വയർ റൂട്ട് പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെയാ വീണ്ടും വന്നെ
Illa square root of 2s square means square root of 2 into square root of s square. Square root of s square is yes. Square root of 2 is square root of 2. Navjit.
എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായില്ല ഒന്നും കൂടി പറയോ
Square root of, that is a square root of 2s square. So square root of 2s square is square root of 2 into square root of s square. You can split it. Yeah?
ഓക്കെ സാർ
For example, if we tell square root of 50. Okay. Let us assume we tell square root of 50. We can write 50 as 25 into 2. Right? Navjit?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this we can write as square root of 25, excuse my writing, into square root of 2. Do you understand this? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where is Navjit?
യെസ് സാർ
Okay. So square root of 25 is 5. Square root of 2, root 2, either we can write 1.14 or you can write as like this one. This is same thing. Here you write this as square of 2, square root of 2 into square root of s square. Square root of s square is yes. It is like this. Square root of 25 is square root of 5 into 5. So you can take 1 5 out. Similarly, square root of s square is square root of s into s. You can take 1s out. Yeah?
ഓക്കെ സാർ
Okay, now tell me what is the area of the circle? See, area of the circle is pi d square by 4, right? It is pi r square. Instead of r, if you are getting d, it is pi d square by 4, right? Is it not? R is d by 2. Radius is d by 2. So, if it is r, pi r square. If it is d, pi d square by 4. Is it not? So, this d square, d square is what? D square is actually given here, 2s square. By taking root of this is what you got this d. So square of this is already given, this 2s square. So this will become pi into square root s, that is d, square of that by 4. So pi into 2s square by 4. This 2 and 4 will cancel. So you will get pi by 2s square. Did you all get this?
Yes, sir.
See, this is pi into d square by 4. D is root 2s. So, pi into root 2s square by 4. Root 2s square is, root 2 square is 2. S square is s square. Okay. So, root 2 square is 2. S square is s square. So, you get pi into 2 into s square by 4. 2 by 4 will become 1 by 2. So, this becomes pi by 2s square. Yeah. Okay, so now you tell me, we have want to calculate 2 football grounds, how bigger is circular ground compared to square ground. So if in percentage terms, if we want to find out how we should calculate, this is very similar to how taller is Avinash compared to Keshav. So how can we calculate? How bigger is circular ground compared to square ground in terms of percentage?
Area of circle by area minus area of square by
Okay.
By a square.
By what? By what? By what? By what? By area of square, right?
Area of square.
Yeah. So see, because here we are telling based on compared to square ground what? It is like compared to Keshav, what is the height of Avinash? So denominator will be Keshav's height. So compared to what? What is the base? So that is very important to understand us. Okay. So here it is circular grounds area, which is this, minus square grounds area, which is this, divided by, that is important, square ground area into 100. Yeah. So that is pi by 2 s square minus s square by s square. Of course, into 100 should be there. Okay. So you know how do we do such things? S square is there everywhere. So you can take that s square out. S square is there here. S square is there here. S square is there here. In all the 3 terms, s square is there. So you can take this s square out, this s square out, it will cancel. So this will become pi by 2 minus 1. What is pi by 2 minus 1? Pi by 2, what is the value of pi by 2? It is 3.14 by 2. Right? It is some 1.6 something you will get. Less than 1.6. So this value you will get as 57. If you calculate in percentage, you will get it as 57%. Do you all get this? We are calculating how bigger is circular ground compared to square ground. So circular ground area minus square ground area, which means we got the absolute difference, like height of Avinash minus height of Keshav. We got the absolute difference. The only thing to find out now is based on what? Denominator should be what? Based on compared to square ground. So based on s square. Then it is simple algebra. Pi by 2 s square minus s square. Method is more important, by s square. So s square all get cancelled. You get pi by 2 minus 1. Pi by 2 is 3.14 by 2. So 1.57 minus 1, you get 0.57. Into 100, if you get it in percentage. You get it as 57%. What does it mean? If you have a shape of a circle and this square, which area here is this 57%? from this figure, what does this 57% mean?
Area of circle is larger.
That is obviously it is larger. By seeing here you can make out. This 57%, can you see here in this drawing? Huh?
Outside is square.
Outside. This blue portion, right?
Yes.
So this blue portion, this meaning of this 57%, this blue portion, whatever you see, is 57% of this area of the square. That is what this means. You understand? This blue portion is 57%. That means if you make a ground like this, instead of the square ground, if you would have made circular ground, you would have got 57% more place to play. You could have added one cricket pitch here, one pitch here, one shuttle court here. 57% more area, more than half of this. Yeah? So I ask the next question, how smaller the circular, how much smaller the square ground is? That means compared to the circular ground, how small this is. Now you understood the circular ground is 57% bigger. Now compared to the circular ground, how smaller? That is the reverse question. How smaller is Keshav compared to Avinash? So how do you do? So that is the same thing, only the base got changed. Pi by 2 square minus a square, absolute value difference is same. But here this is compared to the circular ground. How smaller square ground is compared to the circular ground. So the base will be the circular ground area. So again s square will go, this will become pi by 2 minus 1 by pi by 2. If you solve this expression, you get 36.3%. What does this mean? What does this 36.3% mean from this figure? What does this 36.3% mean?
The square is only 100 minus 36 point that much portion of the circle.
Yeah, okay. Can somebody give a much simpler way of explaining?
36.3% smaller than the circle ground.
That is also right. See this 36.3%, can you see here? Is it marked?
Yes, white square.
No, it is the
No,
same
the blue shape.
Yeah. So that is the trick. Yeah, it is the same blue. It is the same blue. You understand? See the top portion you see, it is same. The top numerator of this, both the expressions are the same. It is a difference between these two grounds. It is the same blue. But what is the difference between this 57 and this 36?
It is compared in different ways.
Exactly. So this blue space is 57% of this area of this square. And then this blue space is 36.3% of this whole circle's area. So only the comparison is different. Right? Keshav and Avinash, the difference in height is 40 centimeter. But if you ask Keshav is how shorter, you will tell it is 40 divided by Keshav's height. Sorry, Keshav divided by Avinash's height. So compared to what, it changes. So do everyone understand this?
Yes, sir.
This is very important. Okay, this is very important means why everyone makes mistake, just to put this base correctly. Other thing is very simple. This minus this, you know it. But what is in denominator, that is where we will make mistake. Even the 2400 business, you made mistake in the denominator. You took 2000 in the denominator. Is it not? So always people make mistake in this simple factor on what should go to denominator. So understand compared to what? So always remember percent. Percent means what? Per 100. Compared to 100, where are you? I got 96% mark. What does it mean? Compared to 100, I got 96. That's what it means. Percent, per 100. So here we are asking compared to what? Yeah? Okay. Now we are changing the shape. With this we'll conclude. We are changing the shape now. We are making it as a square ground. Inside that we are putting a circular ground. I am asking the same question. How bigger is square ground compared to circular ground? Because square ground is bigger here. Can you calculate? If I give this as S, what is the difference between simple interest and compound interest?
If you deposit a fixed value in the bank, for that fixed value, every time the interest. But for compound interest, our value, the plus interest, then we will calculate the interest of the whole sum and the interest.
The base
Then again,
changes.
base changes.
The base changes. In simple interest, you take the base as the original value you put. In compound interest, you will take the base as original value plus the interest which you earned. Only the base changes. Yeah? Okay. So did you get this, anyone? Go home and do all these problems again, okay? You'll make mistake when you do it otherwise. Can we try here? Yeah? Okay. Now you tell me, let us calculate what is the area of the square here?
S square.
It is S square. It is straightforward S square. What is the area of circle?
Pi S square by 4.
Pi S square, because diameter is S square. Right? So what is first question? First question is, how bigger is square ground compared to circular ground? So what is the expression?
Area of circle minus area of square by area of circle into 100.
Area of circle, yes, because you are telling compared to circular ground. Is it not? Is it not? So bigger one
Yes.
is square, so S square minus pi S square by 4 divided by pi S square by 4. Is it not? So S square, S square, S square, everything will cancel. You will get 1 minus pi by 4 by pi by 4. If you resolve it, you will get it as this value. So what does that mean? That means this square ground is bigger only by 27.4%. The previous shape, when you put
That's
it
a
as
low. That's a low increase.
yeah, exactly. It's a small difference. Now you understand why most grounds are circular. Circle is the shape which gives you maximum area utilization. So here in the circle, maximum area is utilized. Even if you make it square, of course this blue area you will get, it is 27.4% more than this. But in previous case, if it was a square ground, instead of that, with the same length, if you made a circular, it would have 57.4% more space you would have got. That is why we tell, you see most water tanks and all, water tanks, most of the places will be circular. So that is the shape which in a given space, which can give you maximum utilization. You understand? Space utilization. Okay. So now I ask the other question: how much smaller is circular ground? Which means compared to the square ground, right? So now obviously same thing. The denominator will change. So this will become 1 minus pi by 4. So this value is just 21%. Just 21%. So that means this 21% is what?
The blue area.
It is, both are blue area. This 27%, 21%, both are difference. Both are blue area. But this 27 is this blue compared to the square area, the circular area. And this is compared to the square area. Okay. So with this assignment, I will leave it. I think you know this is Archimedes' tomb. This was the famous tomb figure of Archimedes. So I have explained this you before, I hope. So this guy was trying to calculate the ratio between volume of a cylinder and a sphere of same height. Okay, so that is the time the other countrymen attacked, and they told him, you come along with us, we are attacking you. He told, no, I am very busy in calculating the ratio. So they killed him. So it seems he had calculated it is 3:2. So this is your assignment. Next one. So if you have a shape like this, a cylinder, inside that a sphere, that means of same height, the ratio of volumes, incidentally the ratio of areas are also 3:2. He had calculated it then. Okay, so this is your next assignment. So this is a very famous painting of an artist called Pierre Henry, which he drew about the Archimedes tomb. Because when Archimedes was killed, nobody was knowing where he is. So a gentleman called Cicero, after some time, went and found out. After a few years, this is the area where his tomb is there. So this is a painting to commemorate that. So your assignment is to see how he got this figure. Ratio of areas of cylinder and sphere, area and volume, both you calculate separately.